Hi, I'm Jared Wayman, and here are some Pro Crease goaltending skill tips to keep your goalie skills sharp. Our first tip is hand placement with traffic. The tip is to keep your hands organized and in a familiar spot. The keys to successfully performing this skill is keeping your elbows forward, keeping a calm mind, and keeping your hands within your sight line. The reason that this is important is that is where you practice most of your saves from, and your muscle memory will take over from there. Our next tip is using the post to help maintain net awareness. The tip is using your stick and gloves to tap the post to help let you know where you are in the net. The reason we do this is that it allows the goaltender to start centered and in angle off the rush. Then during chaotic plays, if a goaltender loses where he or she is, they can tap the post and that'll help orientate themselves in the net. The keys to successfully performing this tip are using the butt end of your stick with a quick flick of the wrist or the back of your glove to tap the post quickly. Our next tip is for handling loose pucks or 50-50 pucks. We want to try and stay over the puck, keeping our eyes down towards the ice and keeping our hands forward, trying to cut off the angle of the puck. The reason we want to do this is by cutting off the puck's trajectory is we're making the net smaller, so it's harder for the puck to get around our glove or blocker. We can do the same thing with our stick as well by moving forward towards the puck. A good way for goaltenders to think about this is if you get your hand or your stick or any body part close to the puck, it's a lot harder for that puck to get up or around you. When it comes to the player side of a loose puck, in order to score a goal, they're going to want to try and act quickly, use deception such as opening up their stick blade, and certainly trying to elevate the puck makes it a lot harder for a goaltender to make a save. When trying to score a goal off a loose puck, players should remember that they're going to need to stay low and act quickly because the defenseman will most likely be bearing down on them and they might get knocked off balance as well. Our next tip is learning how to handle the puck under pressure. It's so important for goaltenders to be able to handle the puck, particularly with pressure. When you're handling the puck, you make it an automatic power play for your team because it's now a 6-on-5 in your zone. There are two key tips when learning how to handle the puck under pressure. One, you have to be willing to do it in a game and under live conditions, and you can't be afraid to mess up because that's development, right? It's making decisions and dealing with the outcomes. The other tip is when you're practicing it, you have to have pressure applied, whether that's your fellow goalie partner, coach, or another player applying pressure while you're trying to handle the puck. And make sure that they're not nice to you. You want to make sure that you're dealing with a lot of good, hard pressure. Our next tip is knowing when to leave the post on a pass out. The tip is waiting for the puck to approach the midline of your body. Just using a simple marker will help let the goalies know where the midline of their body is. The reason why you want to implement this skill in your game is that it's going to encourage you to stay more patient, track the puck, and it'll take you right to the player's stick versus going to his or her feet. Tips to help you implement this in your game would be keeping your eyes down on the puck, having good awareness on what's going on the front side of the net, and trusting your edges and initiating your first movement on your feet. Our final Pro Crease goaltending skill tip is, by using two simple rules, we're going to learn how to hold our edges longer during our games and practices. The reason why you want to learn how to hold your edges longer and stay up longer is that as you develop and move up levels, staying with the play becomes harder and harder. And those goalies who have better feet and are better skaters are able to stay with the play better. The tip is to divide the ice up in half. Using a simple marker will help let the goalies know which half of the ice they're on. When pucks are moving north to south, any puck that is moved on your half of the ice, you can stay up on and skate. When it comes to east and west passes, any pucks that are passed above the hash marks can 100% be skated on. Now make these tips part of your game because with Pro Crease goaltending, it starts here.
GottaLoveCTHockey!